problem is what to do with your used turps. You've washed out your brushes, you've now got this filthy jar of turps, and what do you do with it? Well, two things you can't do with it. One is pour it down the sink, and the other is put it out into the rubbish. Same thing goes obviously with used paint tins. They simply won't pick those up. So here's a simple solution. Now, all of my used turps goes into here. Now, at the moment it looks fairly sludgy and a lot of else. What I'm going to do though is decant it. Much as you would with wine, pour off what is valuable, leave the sediment in the bottom to settle, and keep using it. Now, I can make a container of turps like this last for an entire year. Some evaporates, a lot of it doesn't, just keep on recycling it. Well, this is what I'm using. That jar of turps there has been sieved and filtered a lot of times. It's not exactly clear, it could be clearer, but it probably doesn't matter. Now, what I'm going to use though is one of these. This is a paper coffee filter. You can buy a box of 40 of these for about $2.50. Now, it is simple enough to do that, and pour off what hasn't settled as sediment. Much of the paint that's dissolved will simply soak into the filter, and away it goes. No? Sometimes takes a while because the filter is going to get clogged up, but you can always replace it. There it goes, going down fairly quickly. Now, because it's a coffee filter, obviously coffee is supposed to pass through it, so it's not going to give you an absolutely clean jar of turps afterwards, but it probably doesn't need to be either. Now, as you can see, the turps has now filtered all the way through and left what was paint inside the filter. Now, because this is a paper filter, it won't dissolve in turps. So we can now take the filter and there you go, dispose of it. While that jar is still cloudy, it's certainly good enough to wash your brushes out in, and at the end of every day you can do the same thing, keep filtering it back, and it will last a very long time.